like everything's working now. Let's hop back in.
Hit the Peggy button when you want to get back on air.
Alright, let's go. Let's go and search for stuff.
I'm not getting in there tonight.
Let's see. Oh, it's flypaper. Okay, I was like, who put a roll of film on the lines? Please wait for dial tone. Why don't I just make... No. Let's make sure the doors are locked before I go upstairs. No water. Get that weak audio. Alright. I'm hop back.
Do you seek ancient wisdom? Do you want to double your power? Are you ready to unlock your inner warrior for only $24.99? Then, step into Master Robbie's deadly dojo of Kung Rate and receive direct by video warrior instruction from me, Master Robbie. You will learn the 4 qualities of an ultimate conqueror. The power of the alligator, the discipline of the tarantula, the speed of the tuna, the poise of the scorpion, and the wisdom of the bullfrog. Using classified techniques, I'll unlock your inner chi after only 5 30-minute video sessions. Ultimate power and wisdom can be yours now for the low price of only $24.99. Just call 555-7861 USA to take your first step to becoming a champion. Never forget the element of surprise! If you buy today, you'll receive 2 additional VHS tapes, the Tornado Technique and Karate Lovemaking. Call today! 189.16.
Let's get going, Peggy.
Alrighty, we could run another segment or... Scratch that, Forrest. We have a caller.
You're through to 189.16, The Scream. What's your emergency?
Hello again, Forrest. Oh, that call with the teens was awful. Those poor kids. Still, I'm glad the girl didn't get hurt.
Thanks for your concern. Are you in trouble? What's on your mind?
I wanted to ask you again to play my song, Forrest. You said you were gonna play it, but you didn't.
Your name was Dawn, right?
What, Peggy? Yes. Oh, well remembered. My name is Dawn, and I wanted to ask you again to play my tune, Forrest. Long Ride Home? You know, the one that Peggy said she threw outside the window?
You must really love that song. If you're calling up to ask for it when you know we don't have it.
Well, I do love it. And I don't want to argue, but you do have it. It's just outside the window.
There's a serial killer on the loose. I can't just go outside hunting for a record.
I'm really sorry, Dawn, but we just can't get it right now.
But wasn't the Whistling Man just at the old murder house? That's miles from the station. It won't take you a second to grab it.
Don, I'm not sure if you've heard, but there's something unnatural about this freak. He's fast. I'm not risking it.
Oh, but I think you will. Forrest? Peggy, I'm calling with more than a request. I know something. I think I know who's gonna be next.
What?
Are you serious?
Play my song, Forrest, and you'll find out.
Well, folks, here's some music for you while I think things over. Here comes one of my favorites. Is she serious, Peggy?
She's serious about hearing that song, that's for sure.
Peggy, I mean, is she serious about...
I don't know, Forrest, but we don't really have a choice, do we?
No,
If she's
she has
telling the
information.
truth...
All right, I'll do it.
You're a good man, Forrest. I'll slide you the key to the fire door.
Wait, our fire door has to be unlocked?
Yeah, it, you know, I never thought about it, but yeah. We should talk to Reggie about that later. Anyway, I'll hold the fort down while you're out. Maybe I'll even get a caller. That could be exciting. 189.16, The Scream. With me, Peggy.
Peggy, why do you have all these keys? Like, just side note, why you got all these keys, dog? Oh, no, it's the downstairs one, isn't it? Like, why you got all these keys? Like, you don't need these many keys. Hey, yo! Oh, hell no!
You know, I hope she'll be happy when I'm brutally murdered by the Whistling Man.
What?
Out here. In the open. Alone.
Hey, yo! So was I Reggie? No, because that's. I have to look back on the map because I had to be a random stranger or Reggie. Let's switch through it out the window. Hey, yo! Oh, I'm dead.
Here it is. Long ride home.
I'm a dead man. Game, no, you're doing this to me. Got one. $70. Is that what the fuse is supposed to go up to? So I got one from there. There's one there. There. Oh, and there's one right there. Oh, I got to equal 70. Okay. So I did 30 and 20 is 50. No, 30, 10, so that's 40. So I just need another 30, right? So you're a 30. You're a 20. 20. 15. 5. So this should equal 70 then, right? 30. 30, 35, 40.
Bingo!
Yeah! What the fuck?
I could probably survive that fall. Looks like the janitor's closet. What did Peggy say his name was? Clive?
Hey, yo! I was just opening doors that I came across. Yo? Who the fuck?
I wonder how the show's going.
Wait. Huh?
God, please let this be the last locked door.
Do I have to? Oh, don't tell me I have to. Oh, no, 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 no.
What the hell? Peggy is not gonna believe this. Ah, there's the beautiful key. I should be able to get back to the studio now.
I'm mighty mad uncomfortable. Becca. Marie. Okay, class of 69. Keith Walker, Science Club. Marie Campbell, Drama and Theater. Stanley Keene, Kim Walker, Rebecca Allen. Ant Williams, Billy Price, and Chuck Brody. Local Dr. K. Walker recommend all of the flu shot. Flu shot ASAP. Flu season is upon us. 84 is no different than the other year. Make sure you are protected. Hospital, power station, trailer park, gas station. Gallows Creek game. Kim Walker and Peter Pine. Peter Stein. Crime Syndicate impounded. Criminal operation down to arrest inside informant walks free. An end to the long-running card thieving crime syndicate. The arrests were made after a member gave up information on their co-conspirators to investigators. The informant, who asked to remain anonymous, will hereby be referred to as RA and has walked free with no charges. Wait a minute. RA is... Ugh. Sick of being local celebrity before meeting me on a few cars. Who cares? Buy a new celebrity trip. Town ASMP. I just want to get out of here. Feeling that he's connected somehow. I think I know who the killer is.
Yes! So many locked doors, so few keys.
I think I know who the killer is. Peggy, why is there no music?
Isn't that such a good song, folks? And now for... Jesus, Forrest, you've been gone for ages. I thought something had happened.
Something did happen. Clive the janitor might be Clive the murderer.
What?
I'll start from the beginning. The fire door locked behind me,
Why did you heave that thing all the way up here?
because the basement's creepy as hell, and I don't like standing around down there.
Fair. All right, let's run through this again. We have a creepy board you found in a creepy basement, made by our creepy janitor, who you think is the creepy whistling man.
Yep.
And on the creepy board are the names Chuck Brody, Kim Walker, Rebecca Allen, and Aunt Williams.
Correct.
And you think one of these people will be the whistling man's, Clive's, next target.
That's right. And we've got to find them.
You said there are 4 locations listed there too? The hospital, the power station, the gas station, and the trailer park. Clive must think the target is at one of those locations. Forrest, you're gonna have to figure out if any of the potential targets are at one of these locations tonight. Hit the button if you need any help.
How am I supposed to figure that out? Wait. Oh, okay. Brody has to be dead, right? Wait. Walker's at the hospital. Alright. We'll call Walker A. Also, it was the Infinity Arcade that guy died at. Okay, Kim's there. Actually, not. Kim's here because she's a doctor. Aunt Williams is a car sailor. So he would be... What number is Aunt is number 4. So he's a car dealer. He would be... That's the drive-in theater. That's the trailer park. Where would... everyone get a flu shot. And Peggy, I need help.
How's it going?
It's not going well. I could use some help.
Okay, let's review the basics. We need to work out who the next target is. There's 4 locations, right? And 4 people. We need to figure out if anyone is at any of the 4 locations tonight. And if they are, we can call them and warn them. There must be some connections between the notes.
That makes sense.
Great. Need any more help?
Yes, please.
Sure. I think you should be methodical with this. Try grouping the notes by who they're about. You could also have a look at the dates and make a timeline. Maybe that will help rule out potential targets first.
Got it. Thanks, Peggy.
Work as well.
No problem.
Because I'm doing it by notes. Oh, but it's so... Ant Williams is a car dealer, so he'd had everything that deals with a car. But who's Rebecca Allen? She's in a car club. So Rebecca... Kim got married on the 70th. Oh, what's the year? What's today's date? Or what's today's 1987. Okay. This is the most recent thing, right? 1986, that's a year ago. This is... We're in September. This is February. Because today's the 3rd. Ooh, picture. Rebecca Allen's the... Okay, oh, okay. So, Rebecca's the car thief. She's the one that ratted everybody out. say she. Rebecca is a woman, is right there. And if you look, right there where it says on sale now, I'm pointing at my monitor like you can see it. Right there is her face in the Diary of a Car Thief. So it's her, which means this trailer is hers as well. Which means it goes this, that, that. Alright, now I just need the lead engineer. Okay, so Ant is the engineer. So he would be the power. No. He'd be at the power plant, right? Because this is within. So today's the 3rd. He was just there from the 1st to the 2nd. He'll be here till Sunday. So he is the one that's here. Kim's. This is 85. So this is from 85. She was married in the 70s. Okay. Kim was married in the 70s. Out a thing in 85. This would go here. This go there. This would have to be there. This is Brody. Because this is right before his accident. I feel like a madman putting all this shit together. So it would have to be Ant, right? Because he's the most. He's the most recent. He'd be the one that's here because he's currently here today. He'd be here. Well, technically today would be the 4th, so he'd be here on the 4th for his convention. But where? That's not here though. That's Quiet Ridge Health. We don't have a Quiet Ridge. So never mind. It can't be him. There's no Quiet Ridge here. Because Quiet Ridge would either be the name of the building, but there's no building named the Quiet Ridge. That's the Welcome Center for the Woodland part. And then Quiet Ridge could also be the name of the street. But there's no Quiet Ridge, so it can't be him. So it can't be Anthony. And it can't be Kim because there's not enough information on her. All we know is that she'd be at the hospital, but there's nothing linking her. 77, 86. It can't be Rebecca because she moved out. She moved out of the city because she couldn't stand being treated like a celebrity because she stole cars. Which means that just leaves Brody. But now where would Brody be? He wouldn't be at... Okay, so Brody would not be at a power station. He would not be there. He wouldn't be at the hospital because he's already out from the injury. So all that leaves is the gas station and the trailer park. But Brody doesn't seem to be the kind of guy. That would live in a trailer park. Something happened to his feet. I want to say this has something to do with it. Let's find out. No! Kim's dead! She became a Stein. She's dead. So it can't be Kim at all. Kim's dead. She's like dead. Kim's in the cemetery. She's 6 feet under. So's her husband. I'm gonna go Brody and gas station. I'm gonna go with that. What's my conclusions? This hit a vehicle, a fuel truck. That's all I can think of. And something about big wheel. Big wheel trucks, big wheelers, gas stations, you know, truckers. This road to recovery. I feel like it's in the wording. So it's gotta be gas station.
How's it going?
It's just the wording. It's got to be it.
I'm ready, Peggy.
Are you sure? We've only got one shot at this.
And if I get it wrong, I'll just fucking restore you. I get infinite.
I'm sure. Let's do this.
Okay, name first. Who do you think the target is?
Chuck Brody.
Chuck Brody.
And where will I find them?
The gas station.
Okay, I'm dialing. One moment.
Hello?
Chuck Brody! Listen, I know this sounds crazy, but we have reason to believe the Whistling Man is coming for you. You need to get yourself and everyone else out right now.
The Whistling Man? Who the hell are you? Who is this?
This is Forrest Nash. Listen, the Whistling Man's back. We found a list with your name on it, and
Oh God. It's today. The year I finally let myself forget.
Yeah, what?
forget. Forget what?
Forget. No, man. I gotta get out of here.
Come on, Chuck.
I think he ran off.
Well, fingers crossed that Chuck...
Jesus! It sounds like something blew up.
He's using bombs now?
Is Chuck?
I don't know.
Hang on, we're getting a call.
Hello?
Chuck?
Chuck!
Forrest! The whole goddamn gas station's gone up.
Is anyone hurt?
I don't think so. I got everyone to follow me out. The town's only ambulance was blown to hell, though. Yeah. Damn it, that fireball threw me. I've got to get to the hospital. I'm not feeling great. Forrest, man. I can't thank you enough, but... Damn. I gotta go.
Wait, Damn it. We lost him. What was that about today?
Oh, Forrest, the call board is lighting up. Get us into some music while I deal with this.
Careful with this next track, listeners. It's dynamite.
Forrest!
A classic backed by popular demand. This is Long Ride Home by the Barn Finds.
I'm sorry, I couldn't help it. It's the bomb.
There's gotta be more in the basement to show us who Clive is targeting. And if that's the case, we can get ahead of him. Stop the killings before they can happen. Forrest, we need to go back down.
By we, you mean me, right?
Yep. Like I said, I need to handle all these calls. Maybe start with that creepy mannequin room you mentioned before. I still have a lot of questions about those, by the way.
Me too.
All right, bye, Peggy. I'm telling you, I'm gonna walk downstairs and he's gonna be standing there creepily. Peggy, I don't like this. I don't like this, man. It's game over, man. Don't come in here. Alice just gonna be gone, isn't it? Oh, it's still here.
A key? Was this always here? I must have missed it when I brought everything upstairs.
like that hidden, bro.
Hey, Forrest!
Peggy, give me some warning before yelling down the intercom.
Sorry. Buzz the intercom when you find something and want to discuss it.
Peggy, I've found a tape and a map down here.
A map of what?
Looks like it might be to somewhere in this storage area.
Weird. Well, maybe the tape will give us more information. Give it a play.
George Barrow, 1968. That's when this all began for me. Follow the maps. Find the tapes. I'll be waiting.
Wait. George Barrow? We all heard that he drowned after a night out drinking. Was it actually Clive? Had Clive really been the whistling man for that long?
He says I need to follow the maps and find the tapes. I guess that's what this map is about.
I think we need to see what else is hidden down here. Be careful, Forrest. Keep looking. Buzz the intercom when you found something.
Time of autopsy is 7 a.m. Cause of death is asphyxiation from drowning. The degree of rigor mortis indicates that the subject has been deceased for 5 hours. That would be the time of death.
Back here. He's got to be down here.
Small lacerations to arms, legs, and face, typically obtained by running through
This looks
foliage.
useful.
Severe blistering to the feet, as though the deceased had been running without stopping.
Police Department, Town of Gallows Creek, case number 983-856, date of report 3rd September 1968, prepared by Sheriff J. Matthews. At 4 a.m., a call was received from a jogger, a Miss Sandra Sharp, reporting a body had been found washed up in the reservoir. I drove out to investigate, was able to identify the body at the scene as that of George Barrow, contacted the coroner's office, and then the boy's parents. They informed me they have not seen him since the 7 p.m. on the 2nd. That's the one over.
Preliminary toxicology results shows no signs of inebriation.
There's no.
However, a high amount of cortisol was found, indicating elevated levels of stress in the immediate moments before death.
So he was murdered. Was waiting.
Additionally, there appears to be a post-mortem injury to the arm. It looks like it was trapped in a car door.
Interesting.
It is the coroner's opinion that the subject
This has to be
likely
important.
feared for his life and was chased, resulting in a fall from a height into a body of water where he hit his head, was knocked out, and drowned. Following that, he was moved.
Dr. Sullivan, we need to have a talk. Is that recording? Shut it off.
Report of investigation by County Medical Examiner named deceased George Barrow. Time of death 9/2/68 at approximately 9 p.m. The deceased is a Caucasian male, age 18. The cause of death is established to be drowning, as shown by the signs of asphyxiation. See Section 2, Paragraph 4 for more details. Abrasions were found on the knuckles, likely formed getting into fights in the past. Matches with known history of the deceased being aggressive. No other injuries were observed, and from the coroner's opinion, there is no evidence of foul play. Additionally, the preliminary toxicology report indicates the deceased had a high level of alcohol in their blood. It is the coroner's opinion the deceased went swimming while intoxicated, resulting in his drowning. Date, September 3rd, 1968. Time, 7. Examiner, Virginia Sullivan. I'm sorry I made you do this, Virginia. These were his final moments.
Ooh, a new vinyl for my collection.
If you're listening to this, then I'm probably dead.
What the?
I'm a man who likes to stay informed. I've got subscriptions to newspapers all over the country. A few weeks ago, I noticed headlines cropping up in those papers, one after the other. Each headline about a murder. Each murder, the death of someone I knew almost 20 years ago. And each one drawing closer to Gallows Creek. Drawing closer to the anniversary. None of us are innocent, but I don't think we deserve killing. All I hope now is that I can save some folk from the worst. That I can, I don't know, do something to make up for what I did back then, I guess. I didn't kill anyone, mind you, but that's past mattering. Now, there's more I could say, than I should say, but my employer made it clear that my family would pay a high price if I ever spoke out. So, hopefully I've said enough for you, listener, whoever the hell you are, to start putting the truth together.
Gallows Creek High School presents Humpty Dumpty, a story of love, tragedy, and betrayal. Starring Maisie Cartwright as Dawn, George Barrow as Henry, also with Mary Campbell as Annie. Humpty Dumpty once sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a terrible great fall.
What have you found, Forrest?
It's an autopsy tape. Doesn't say for who, but I think it must be for George.
Poor George. He was so young.
Something's bugging me, Peggy.
What do you mean?
I swear I recognize the voice of the woman talking on the tape. I just can't place it.
Seriously? Do you think you've met her before?
I don't know. I mean, I just got here recently. I don't know. Found another tape. It talks more about how George died.
What did it say?
It sounds like he was running for his life. Sprinting through trees and bushes, getting cut up all over.
What would drive someone to do that?
I'm not sure yet. There's also a tape about a toxicology report. There were no signs of drinking or that he was on anything.
What? But everyone said he went swimming drunk and drowned. It was in the newspaper and everything.
I found a written autopsy report.
What does it say?
According to that, it's just like you said at the start. George drowned after getting drunk. Said he liked to fight, too.
But that contradicts the tape.
I know. And I think I know why. There's a note with the report that says, "I'm sorry I made you do this, Virginia."
If it was on the autopsy report, then Virginia must be our coroner. Wait, the caller from earlier, when we had to call the takeout restaurants, wasn't her name Virginia?
We need to call her back once we finish down here. It looks like she might know something about what's going on. I found a tape that introduces a new detail to the story. Post-mortem injury. Apparently, his arm got caught in a car door.
A car door?
Yeah, after he died. How do you suppose they can tell?
How can they tell? I'm a radio producer, not a coroner.
The written report I found doesn't mention it at all.
How did his arm get trapped in a car door after he died?
Unless he got it when the police collected his body, I guess someone else must have moved him after he was dead to where he was eventually found.
But the report, what is going on here?
I found a police report. Mentions a friend from earlier, Sandra Sharp.
Sandra. The jazz runner?
That's right. She found George's body washed up at the reservoir.
The reservoir?
Yeah? What's strange about that?
George got cuts from running through foliage, right? But there's no forest around there. Also, how did it wash up at the reservoir?
What do you mean?
Reservoirs don't have tides.
But that's what the police report said.
It's not possible, though. I did a school project on reservoirs and got an A. But, yeah, not important right now. The important thing is that it doesn't make sense.
What are you suggesting then? That the body was originally found somewhere other than what the report suggests? That the sheriff tried to cover it up, but accidentally let something slip?
Something like that. I think.
That's why he died.
Well, Sheriff Matthews wrote the report. If he hadn't been eviscerated, we could have asked him.
True. But Sandra is still alive? Once we're done down here, we should give her a call.
In another tape, the coroner comes to the same conclusion as I did. George was running from something.
Maybe an animal?
Maybe, but then there's this next bit, where the coroner thinks he was moved post-death.
So she agrees with us.
At the end of the tape, someone burst in and demanded Virginia stop recording. I think it was Clive.
This is starting to make sense now. This is a conspiracy to cover up what happened to George.
I think I found Clive's last recording. I think Clive might be gone.
Gone?
I found a confession. Not for any killings, but for playing a part in covering up George's death. He left this behind in case he died. He hoped someone would find it.
Do you think the Whistling Man already got him?
Possibly. We've had a lot of callers tonight, but maybe not every victim made it to the phone, you know? We don't know how many there really are.
Christ, Forrest, that's dark.
I know, but Clive said he had read about other murders in other towns, and that the murders were all folks who knew about the incident. And the killings were getting closer to Gallows Creek. He said he wanted to do something good for once.
The board in his office. He wasn't tracking people down to kill them. He was tracking them down to save them. Ugh, why didn't he just come out with all of this?
He said his employer threatened his family if he spoke out about any of it.
His employer? The one who orchestrated the cover-up? Oh, Clive. I'm sorry for thinking you'd killed all those people. Do you think you found everything?
I think so.
Forrest, what's going on here?
Someone wanted that boy's death to seem like an accident. And they hired Clive to make it look that way.
Come back upstairs when you're ready. We need to figure out our next step.
Dude, this fucking mission
Thank
just
God
keeps
you're back,
getting deeper
Forrest.
and deeper, bro.
I've been running out of stuff to pad our airtime with.
Peggy, you work in radio.
Forrest, I'm stressed. I mean, really, how are we supposed to keep a show going with all this happening?
Beats me. But we gotta do it, and we're going to.
You're right. So, what's the plan now?
I think we should call Virginia back.
All right, I'll get her on the line.
Hello again, Gallows Creek. This is Forrest Nash. We're circling closer to the truth behind tonight's events. To this end, we're calling back one of our earlier callers, Virginia Sullivan.
Fredman Plunker here? Who's this? Is it you? Goose?
Plunker, hey, it's the Radio Man, Forrest Nash.
Radio Man? What's up?
Solving mysteries, saving lives. The huge.
Right on.
Plunker, what are you doing at Virginia's house?
She asked if we could stay to keep an eye out for that whistling turd. So we're hanging out, bro.
Well, that's big of you, Plunker.
No, it's nothing.
Can I speak to Virginia?
Sure thing, Radio Man. I'll just go get her.
Who is this?
Hey, Virginia, it's Forrest. I'm glad you're still okay.
Oh, Forrest. Sorry, I'm still jumpy.
Don't be sorry. You've been through a lot.
I'm so sorry this happened to you, Virginia.
I thought I was. I thought...
Easy. We're not calling to talk about earlier. We're calling because we think you can help us understand why this is happening tonight.
Me? What would I know?
Does the name Clive mean anything to you?
Clive? No. I don't know that name. What are you asking about this for?
You mentioned that name earlier when you called us the first time.
I don't know what I said then. I was petrified, Forrest.
Clive's the janitor at our station, and we know you spoke to him in the past.
Forrest, please. You don't know what you're doing. He'll come for me.
Virginia, it's okay. Clive won't be coming after you.
We think Clive's dead.
Dead? But isn't he? He's the Whistling Man, Forrest.
Why are you so certain Clive's the Whistling Man?
Because all those years ago,
It's okay, Virginia. He's gone. We found evidence to suggest he... well...
And we found your autopsy reports for George Barrow.
How? I saw him destroy them.
Well, he didn't. I don't know if he kept them or made copies or what, but we found them. And we know it's related to what's happening tonight, which is why we called you. Why did you write a false report?
All right. One day, I came into work to find a boy on my slab. And as I finished the autopsy, this man, Clive, he just burst in. And he started making demands to give over the reports, to falsify what I found. Of course I said no. But, well, when someone wants to make you do something, they can use the carrot or the stick. For me, he used both. You see, my sister is sick. She has a chronic condition that's never going away. It's expensive to treat, and it was getting to where I couldn't afford it. And Clive promised me that his employer would pay for my sister's treatment if I did what he said, and that if I ever spoke about this, he'd beat me to within an inch of my life. I don't know why he had me do it, but my sister needed me. You have to understand, she needed me.
We understand.
Thank you, Virginia. That was brave.
God, I just want this nightmare to end.
This will help end it, Virginia. Thank you.
Stay safe, Virginia. So, Virginia is tied up in all of this.
Clive threatened her to keep quiet about George's death. But for who? Why cover up these details? Well, we know Sandra was involved in George's death. Do you want to call her?
I do.
Alright, but before we go asking questions, I think we should know what we want to ask. Is that fair?
Yeah, we need to ask her about finding the body. She was the one who discovered it, but something just doesn't add up.
100%. She knows more than she's saying.
I wonder what she's hiding.
We'll hopefully find out soon. Anyway, just be careful when you're talking to her. Don't push too hard. We don't want her to hang up.
I'll be careful.
Alright, calling her now. Hopefully she's at her jazz studio. Aha! Forrest, you're through.
Hello, this is Sandra at Jazz Pizzazz Jazz Studio. Who's this?
Hello again, Sandra! It's Forrest Nash of 189.16, The Scream. And you're live on air.
Oh, I always thought folks called into a radio show, not the other way around. How jazzy. What can I do for you?
Well, we're trying to understand what's behind the attacks tonight. We had a few questions.
Why, Forrest, of course. Heck, after the way you saved my life, I'd say yes to just about anything you asked.
Do you know why the Whistling Man might have targeted you?
Ha! As far as I could tell, he was just a knife-wielding psycho with superhuman cardio. He'd have chased after anybody.
Right. Well, we think he might be chasing specific people. People who know about the death of a boy named George.
Oh, I don't know anything about that. Sorry.
Sandra, we know you found George's body. We have the police report.
I don't know what you mean.
It's okay, Sandra. We know.
You do? You know about?
Yes. Of course.
This studio is my life. After I found the body in the river, I couldn't lose my studio. Do you understand?
Sure. I understand.
When the rent just kept going up, he said he'd stop. to keep quiet, and everything will be okay.
Sandra? Who was he?
He said if I told everyone I found the kid in the reservoir instead of the river, I'm sorry. I can't do this.
And she's gone. I don't think that could have gone any better. You truly did great, Forrest.
Well, folks, if anyone out there has any thoughts on what's going on tonight, please call in.
That's good timing. We've got a call waiting just this second.
Welcome to 189.16 The Scream, with me, your host, Forrest Nash.
Hi, Forrest. I know this is really out of the blue with everything happening tonight, but I wondered if you could send this special birthday message to my uncle.
You know what? I'd welcome a change of pace. I'd be glad to.
Thank you, Forrest. He's my Uncle Ronnie. His first name's Peter, but he never liked his name. But since he always had salt and pepper hair, even as a kid, can you believe it? Folks always called him Pepper.
Thanks for the history lesson. Is there anything besides happy birthday you would like to say to Mr. Pepper? Oh my God, damn it!
Yes! Tell him he can get the best birthday deals and party packages here at Putney's Pizza. Starting at
You son of a bitch! Stop calling us!
Sorry, Forrest. Let's just move on. We've already got another caller on the line.
This is 189.16 The Scream. I'm Forrest Nash. You're on the air, caller. Caller.
Speak to me, caller.
Ponty.
Ponty's Pizza always delivers. Come rain or sleet or whistling man, we'll be there.
Forrest? Forrest? Are you okay?
Hell no!
Forrest?
I hope the whistling man gets in with his own pizza.
Great party, man.
Jesus, Forrest?
Sorry, that was too much.
It's okay. It's been a high-stress night. Don't worry about him anymore, okay? Not for tonight, anyway. I think he's spent for now. We've got another call, whenever you're ready.
Folks, don't spend your money at Ponty's Pizza. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Moving along, I'd like to welcome another caller to 189.16 The Scream, with me, Forrest Nash. Who, may I say, is calling?
Well, hello again, Forrest.
Don, we played your song, Long Ride Home. Did you hear it? Can you tell us?
Never mind that now. First, I'm calling because I need your help.
Are you in danger?
I sure am.
Do you mean
Yes, he's after me now.
you?
I think so. He must have heard me on the radio helping you.
Helping? You didn't exactly help.
Maybe I've been helping more than you know. I was out following a lead, trying to work out who would be next, after Chuck.
And what happened?
And I started to feel like I was being followed. I came back to my apartment building, but this newfangled security system has me locked out. I need you to help me get inside.
Don't you have a key to get in?
Only for the apartment door. The front gate requires an entry code. The future is electronic, I guess. I need that code to get inside.
Which apartment block do you live in? Maybe one of our listeners lives there too.
It's the new Woodside apartment building between the town hall and the trailer park, but I doubt any of your listeners live there. I don't have many neighbors.
Sounds like a prime piece of real estate.
Sound really carries at night.
Is that a neighbor's dog?
Yes, it is. Boy, I wish he'd muzzle that thing and... Oh. And now he's blasting David Scopo out of his window. Listen, I can't get any... He's coming down the street. I don't think he's seen me yet. Forrest, please. I need your help. I need the code for that security system, or I'm gonna die.
What's the name of the security system?
There's a sticker on the box. It says Starling Security 4000. There's a keypad, and it looks like it wants a 6-digit number.
Call Ricky.
Starling Security 4000, huh?
That's right. Very newly installed. I need the key code before the Whistling Man gets me.
Yeah, of course. Don't worry, Don.
Thank you, Forrest. I knew I could count on you. I'll sit out of sight. Call me back soon.
All right, folks. Here's a little tune for you all to enjoy while I try to break Dawn into her apartment. You'll like this next song. You were pretty quiet there, Peggy.
Forrest, was it just me, or was there something...
Yeah, it wasn't just you. Something was weird about that.
Yeah, well, tell you what, we have a Starling 4000 or whatever here at KFAM. Clive bought one for the station. Maybe we can find something to help. Well, I'm not sure who, but to help someone.
Oh, yes, sir, not calling.
Okay, so she's locked out of the Woodside Apartments, and somewhere Clive probably has the papers for the Starling 4000.
I thought we were gonna call Ricky, roller rink Ricky, or whatever is the guy that owns the roller rink, because he just got a Starling system. Well, at least I now know how the killer's gonna get in here.
Order delivery form. Starling must have left this by accident. The system's not even installed at Woodside. Starling 4000 user manual. Ah, these codes should come in handy.
Can you give her my entry code? Because that only works for my Starling system. Give her the deactivation code. Deactivate it. I think that'll work.
Welcome back, Forrest. Find anything?
The Starling 4000 security manual. It's got a bunch of codes.
Good. And did you find anything else?
I saw a list of everyone else who bought the Starling 4000. Know who was on there?
Oh my god. Roller Ricky! Do you think we should give him a call? Is that crazy? I don't know what you'd say, but...
That might be a good idea.
Okay, one moment. I got the number here. Patching you through.
Shit.
He probably can't hear it over the music. Forrest, I don't know about this. This is super weird.
Just put me through to Don. I'll take care of this one way or another.
Okay, if you say so. Line 1, whenever you're ready.
Don, are you there? This is Forrest Nash from 189.16, The Stream.
Oh, thank God you're back. I'm so afraid. What's the code to the gate?
The code is 191519.
Thank you, Forrest. Son of a bitch. Ah!
I don't trust her.
Is she?
Yeah, stay out! Nobody disrespects the sanctity of the ring.
I did not trust
Don't ever
her
come back
at
here
all.
again. I'm calling the cops!
Thank God.
Hello? Is someone there?
Ricky, get back inside and turn on the radio. Whoever that was, she was trying to break into the ring.
She? Forrest, man, you got no idea. That was him! That was the Whistling Man. The alarm gave me just enough time to get my rifle.
That was the,
I don't like hurting folk, but I can't let anything happen to Maxie. He's my best friend, you know? Listen, man, I'm heading back inside. Gonna barricade that window. My man, thank you. You and Peggy can skate for free whenever you want, forever. That's a done deal.
all right. I know you're gonna question why I chose to give the alarm instead of the gate key code. One, she never really did any help. She claimed the Whistling Man was after her, but everyone that we've heard the Whistling Man go after, we've heard him whistle. So if I heard it, air quotes around the word her, because he said it was a he, we heard a woman. For everyone that's been chased by the Whistling Man, there was a whistling noise played in the background to notify us that they were being chased. She, for one, no whistling noises. She claims she's helping us out, but she's given us no information. I would question how she knows about Chuck, but we did air that on the radio, so I give that a pass, I think. And in the paper, there's no alarm installed at Eastwood or Westwood, wherever it was. And Ricky was the only guy from the last stream that mentioned having a Starling security system 4000. And then here's my question. Since when do you, in an apartment, and especially in a small town like this, like of 1,000 people, would you ever need to buzz in? Like, why would you have to enter a security code to get into your apartment? And she's sitting here saying it needs a key, but we just saw it needs a number. How can you forget the number? You can't. Like, yeah, you can forget, yeah, because people can forget things all the time, but if you were, going home, you'd think you'd remember that. You'd think you'd have that written down in like a notepad or a sticky note or something and kept that on you. I would say a phone, but this is the 70s. Cell phones didn't exist like they do now. Like, obviously, everybody's calling on a cell phone, but these are, like, even, again, flip phones, they have that ability to put notepads in them and stuff like that. You can put codes and shit in there. I've fucked around with those before. So it doesn't add up. You can't sit here and tell me, oh, I forgot my key code. No, you would never forget your key code. So that's the reason why I gave her that, because she just she lied too many times, and there was no evidence supporting all the claims. And the biggest claim that what really tipped me off was there was no whistling behind the, "Oh, Forrest, you gotta help me. He found me." There was no whistling. That immediately set a red flag in my mind, and so she was lying instantly. But now, why is Ricky calling it a he? Does that mean she's dressed up? So does that mean that the person we saw in the alleyway was actually her? But then this begs the question, how is she moving so fast? Because if I can recall, I don't remember hearing a car go. I heard her run. And I'm going to let him finish talking, and then I'm going to go back to the map, and we can discuss this further.
Thanks, Ricky. Can't wait.
Got it. Talk to you soon.
Okay, Gallows Creek, here's some music while we process what just happened.
So, the whistling man is a woman?
Yeah, I worked it out a while ago.
Yeah, sure, Forrest. You just never mentioned it. She called up. You spoke to her multiple times.
I knew she wasn't right.
Is that right, Sherlock? Why do you think she requested that song?
To get me outside?
Maybe, but how? She didn't know the song was outside to start with.
She was staring
That's
at it the
right.
whole time.
She never actually attacked me out there.
So? What now?
I guess I should make an announcement. We do have new info.
Okay, kill the music and you can make the announcement.
All right, now hold on to that, Peggy. So, if you remember, she was here to the Jazz Studios, the first call.
Okay, Forrest, shut the music off.
Hold on, Peggy. First call, Jazz Studio. Second call was...
When you're ready, shut the music off.
I know, Peggy. Wait. So from the Jazz Studio to...
Okay, Forrest,
Here.
shut the music off.
there, and then it was there, and then it was there, and it was all over here. Like if she's running this, that's a distance, so you can't be running that fast. I question anyone that can run that fast.
Okay, Forrest, shut the music off. Okay, you're live in 3, 2...
Hey folks, this is Forrest Nash here. I hope you're all safely locked inside. For those of you listening to that last call, you might be wondering what to make
And
of
I
it
think
all.
there's more than one.
Here's our take. We now believe the killer is actually a woman. One who might manipulate you into letting her in before she attacks you. We're neighbors. Look out for each other and stay safe. The killer was calling themselves Dawn. This could be a fake name. If anyone needs help or you have info on the killer, please call in. You folks have my new number, right? It's 911. Hopefully, our next caller can help shed some light on our killer.
Hey, we had a call come in.
Okay, folks, time to take a call. You're through to Forrest Nash on 189.16, The Stream.
Hey, man.
Murphy?
Damn straight.
What's going on, Murphy? You in danger again?
Nah, man. I've just been listening to the show here at home. And since you asked folks to call in if they could help out, well, I'm calling. I don't know if I can say as much as other folks have, but I figure I wouldn't be a good role model to Fernando if I didn't try to help, you know?
We really appreciate that.
100%. Thank you, Murphy.
Oh, thanks. So, what do you want to know?
Well, what can you tell us?
I don't know, really.
All right. anything about the death of George Barrow?
Absolutely nothing.
Okay. What about the killer herself?
Absolutely nothing.
Herself? Man, I didn't get my ass kicked by a lady. The man I went toe to toe with was a man.
See, everybody said it
You
was a
heard
man.
the last call, right, Murphy?
Yep.
So you know it's a woman, and you were trained by a VHS, Murphy.
I know, but man, how could it have been a woman under that mask?
Let's just move on. Do you know anything about the history of the Whistling Man?
No, sir. Tonight's the first time I ever heard of him.
What?
I moved here 3 years ago, man. What do you want from me?
Nothing. You and Fernando just stay safe.
Right. Sorry I couldn't help y'all more, man. Now, if you'd have asked me about gators.
Forrest, we have a call coming in.
Sorry, Murphy. I think that's all we've got time for right now.
All right. I'll catch y'all with the gator talk later. Night.
Well, folks, that was a bust. But perhaps our next caller has more they can tell us. Let's find out. This is Forrest Nash, and you're listening.
Please help me. My name is Casey Moore. I'm at 25 Nancy Drive. My best friend's been stabbed. He's bleeding everywhere. I don't know what to do. Please help me.
Somebody's been stabbed? Can you tell me what happened?
We'd been out at the reservoir. We were heading back to his place when we heard this whistling all of a sudden. He just started freaking out. He screamed at me, told me to hide. I'd never seen him like that, and I just panicked and ran and hid in a bush.
Oh no. Forrest.
Then what happened?
He went up the road and talked to someone. I couldn't really hear or see anything. It sounded like he might have known the person, and they just stabbed him.
Casey, was he talking to a woman?
I don't know. They had a mask and wore all black. That's all I know. Please, we need help here.
I'll get you help, but I need to know. Where did the masked person go?
They left. They left him to bleed out. I waited until they were gone, then dragged him into the garage and called 911.
Wait, why didn't she make sure he was dead?
I don't know. I think I heard them say something like, "It's not so funny now, is it?" before they left, but please, he needs to get to the hospital. I can't drive, so we need an ambulance.
I don't have
Forrest,
an ambulance.
the ambulance was destroyed in the explosion at the gas station. You should get all the info you can.
What's your friend's name, Casey?
It's Jason Parker.
Can you tell us where Jason was stabbed?
They stabbed him in the stomach, and then stabbed him again in his leg when he was on the ground, and it's... Oh, the knife is still there in his leg!
We'll be right back. Peggy, patch us through to the hospital.
On it. Phoning St. Gabriel's now. Switch to line 2.
Hello, St. Gabriel's Hospital. How can I help you?
Hi, this is Forrest Nash from 189.16. We have a stab victim at 25 Nancy Drive named Jason Parker. He's been stabbed in the stomach and the leg. He's bleeding heavily.
Oh, God, I'm sorry. But the ambulance is... well, you know.
I know, but please, we need something or he's going to die.
Forrest, listen, you're going to have to get him here. We need to see him, and we can't get there ourselves right now.
We don't have any way to drive him right now. And even if we did, he's bleeding out fast.
All right, listen. We need to buy him time to get here. That means stopping the blood first, and then finding someone to stabilize him. To stabilize him, you really need someone with first aid training. Do either of you have any?
No.
Me neither.
Damn it. I'm really sorry about this, but I have other patients who can't wait. All I can do is talk you through the procedure as quick as I can, and then leave the rest to you. You think you can handle that?
Hit me. I'm sure we can handle it.
Okay, from the top. If he's bleeding out, then you need to get him comfortable and try to stem the bleeding. Lay him down. Apply continuous pressure directly to the affected areas. When the bleeding slows, get a clean cloth of some kind and hold it over the wounds.
Get them comfortable. Apply pressure. Clean cloths when slowed. Got it, I think.
You said he was stabbed, right? If the object he was stabbed with is still in him, don't take it out. It's stopping the worst of the bleeding right now. If anything, you should secure it so it stays where it is.
I wouldn't have thought of that. It makes sense, though. God, that was a lot of info.
This is real life tip
But I
and
think
real
we
life
can handle
information.
this.
If
Glad
you're
you
ever
got it so
stabbed,
far, because
do
there's
not
more to go.
remove the item that stabbed you.
I'm still with you, Doc. What else do we need to know?
If he's lost a lot of blood, he may enter shock. If he does, act fast. If you applied a cloth and it's bleeding through, don't remove it. Just apply another on top of it. If it's safe, elevate his legs to get blood circulating to his vital organs. Try to keep him warm. Get him to rest and reassure him. We need the patient to stay calm.
All right, don't replace bandages, elevate his legs, keep him warm and calm. This is a lot.
I'm really sorry. That's as much as I can give you right now. Try to stop the bleeding, find someone to get him stabilized, and get him here as quick as you can.
On
Good
it.
luck.
All right, Forrest. Casey's still on line 1.
Hello? Hello? Forrest, are you there?
I'm here. How is Jason doing?
Badly. He's still bleeding. I need help. I've been putting pressure on his stomach wound since you left, but he's still bleeding. I don't know what to do.
That's good, Casey. The nurse said to do that.
What about the knife in his leg? It's gotta be hell. Should I pull it out?
No.
No, don't touch the knife. The bleeding will get worse if you pull it out.
Are you sure? I'm sorry. I'm gonna stop making suggestions.
No, don't worry, Casey. We're a team here. We're all going to get Jason through this. Casey, is his leg wound bleeding right now?
I hate looking at that knife. Yeah. It's bleeding. His stomach is worse, though.
I think we need to secure the knife so it doesn't move around. Do you have anything you can tie around it?
Yeah. There's some laundry piled up on top of the dryer, some cloths on the hood of the car, and what else? I guess I've got my jacket.
Take the cleaning rags and hold them over the wound.
I really hope these are clean. Here we go. I'm sorry, Jason. It's secure. I'm putting pressure on his stomach again. I'm starting to think we might make it.
Forrest, can I have a word?
Casey, I'm gonna have a quick word with Peggy. Keep putting that pressure on and let us know when the bleeding is under control. You're doing great.
But what if something happens?
We'll still be here. Just shout if you need anything, and we'll be there. I promise.
Okay. I'll wait. Jason, please be okay.
What's up, Peggy?
We can't stay on the line with her all night. Dawn is still out there. What if other people need us?
You're right. She's probably on her way to her next target right now.
Exactly. And you heard the nurse. We need someone there with training who can stabilize him. He's got to get to the hospital somehow.
Could somebody nearby help them? Maybe drive them to the hospital?
You know, that's exactly what I was wondering.
Do you have anybody in mind?
I might. A little before you started working here, KFAM did a mandatory first aid training course. Me and Karen missed it because we were away on a producer getaway.
You skipped it, didn't you? Never mind. So, how does KFAM's first aid course help us?
Casey said they're at 25 Nancy Drive, right?
Yeah? Why?
They put up a bunch of cheap houses around there about 10 years ago. So a bunch of people here at the station live around there.
Do you think any of them could help Casey and Jason?
Probably, but I don't know who lives there. And since I missed the training day, I don't know who knows first aid.
Could you call them and ask?
I don't know everybody's numbers. I've only ever called Karen. Everybody's personnel info is probably in Reggie's office.
Got it. I'll look through their files in Reggie's office. It's a life or death situation. I'm sure they won't mind.
Right. But there are a couple of problems with that.
Go on.
It's sensitive information, so Reggie probably locked it in his safe.
Great. Great. Do you have any idea what the combo for the safe could be?
Not a clue. Reggie's a serial note taker, though. Maybe something in his office will give it away. Right. There is something else.
I'm not gonna like this, am I?
Have you ever heard, the future is floppy?
Peggy, what the hell are you talking about?
I'm talking about floppy disks. Floppy disks are like these futuristic things that have information on them. You put them in a computer and they do something.
Peggy, I know what a floppy disk is.
Anyway, Reggie decided that the future is floppy and started phasing out our physical records and replacing them with these floppy disks. I imagine it's the same for our personnel files.
That's good to know. Since we haven't heard anything from Casey, I'm guessing Jason's okay for now. I'll check out Reggie's office and see what I can find.
You'll need a key for that. I'll just slide it under my door now.
Why do you have
Thanks,
all the
Peggy.
keys?
I'll just have to look around.
Good. I'll patch my mic down to the office, so you'll hear me over the intercom.
That's not opening.
Oh, I wish I could sprint.
Locked tight.
No. Oh. Alright, well, my game crashed. I'm gonna go ahead and take a little break. Take a little break, take care of some stuff, and I will be back.